on in here, babes.
I'm here. You starting it?
I'm going to do it. Hot Rod Power Tour wrap-up video.
Action.
Action.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, guys.
We are, well, today makes it 1 week from Power Tour. So if you're like us, everyone is experiencing Power Tour hangover.
Yes.
So
we hope this video finds you all a little more rested.
A little better, but still in Power Tour hangover.
Absolutely.
Find yourself waving at people that don't wave back.
Yes, it was hard to get in the daily and go to town. It was kind of sad. Yeah. So we just wanted to spend a little time with you guys today. And
we're going to cover a few things that we found out we didn't even know. And yes, there are a few things that we don't know.
We learn something new every year.
Yeah.
So you start it.
Okay. First of all, we want to give a big shout out and a huge thanks to all the Power Tour staff. Because getting into the venues, from getting our tickets on Sunday, the
routes.
Yeah, the routes. Everything that I know of went pretty much flawlessly. It went it went about as well as it could have went.
Their organization this year was perfect.
We're always late getting to the venue.
We are.
So we don't generally experience too much of a line.
Right.
But there wasn't a line any of the days we got there.
No.
One day we even got there at 3, which was early for us.
Yeah.
And
they probably marked that on the calendar.
Yeah, somebody noted that. But there was no line. We drove right in, and we were like, and we checked the Facebook comments, and people weren't complaining about waiting in line. Right. So
I mean, they really had it down to a science. Yeah. And they had you in, and they had you out, and the venues, golly Neds, all the venues were great. Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. We have a customer showing up. Pause. Time out. Hold.
Hold, please.
We'll be right back to our regularly scheduled programming. And now, back to our regular scheduled programming.
It's all work and no play at A&D right now. We getting back from Power Tour. We've been a little busy, but it's a good busy.
It is a good busy.
We'll never complain with having customers for sure.
Yeah. So as we were saying, Power Tour did a great job, and even the weather. They're not in control of the weather.
No,
but the weather was even great. Oh. There was people actually wearing a hoodie on Friday morning in the parking lot, leaving the hotel.
Yes.
And that's not something you normally see.
No, not on Power Tour, but it really was a wonderful weather week. It was a wonderful week altogether.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys had as much fun as we did, because we had a blast.
Yeah. Now, the new thing that we learned about, and we're still not 100% on the details, but I thought it was really cool. It was called the Power Tour Power Parking.
Yes.
And and I'm not sure how they pick you or who picks you.
Yeah.
But someone was picking cars and giving you a special sticker.
Very cool.
And you got to park at the main stage or the vicinity, right around the main stage. But it was really cool because it wasn't like they were just picking the same cars every day, same style. There was a plethora of different models and different makes and year model, of cars that got picked.
Yeah, super cool.
To go up, be the Power Tour Power Parking.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really cool idea. I had
we had never heard of it before.
Never heard of it before. Had no inkling that was going to happen. And I hope it continues next year. It was really cool. So you could have the possibility to take your car that you've parked, single day, multi-day, long hauler, gold, platinum, whatever. You could have the possibility of having your vehicle picked and park at the main stage. Which is
that's really cool. So if you're watching and you're one of them that got picked, tell us about it.
Comment. Yeah, tell us how they picked you. Yeah. I'd love to know how they pick,
Yeah.
Not that they're going to pick us, but
no.
I just love to know the process.
Yeah, but
is it? I'm wondering, is it when you come in the gate, somebody goes,
"Hey, you."
Yeah, I'm figuring it's something like that.
Right, but very cool. We so hope they continue that.
Yes. Now, speaking of, we don't know if they're going to continue. They did the Pro Street Alley parking.
Oh yes.
At Indy, and I don't know if that will continue to other venues or if that was just a
thing
one-time thing.
Right.
But it was really cool because we could see from our vendor spot, our little booth, we could see all the Pro Tour cars lined up. Now, we didn't get the chance to go over and talk to anybody. Mike Cotton and David Newbern were over there. Well,
and Chantel.
They were later.
Yeah,
I think
David
Newbern
and Chantel came in later, but
Cotton had a line all day long.
He did.
He stood and talked to people, signed autographs, took pictures. Yeah. He literally had a line all day. And, so
a shout out to those guys for being out there with everybody. They drove every day. We saw them.
Oh yeah, they drove the route. The Pro Street cars weren't trailered. They drove them.
Yes.
They were actually in our hotel
Thursday night. We got to, see them. We hadn't seen David Newbern because he wasn't at Indy, but we got to see him and Chantel there, and we got to see Cotton and all the other guys, and it was cool just to hang out a little bit and catch up with them. Yes. They're all super cool guys. Hopefully, you all got a chance to meet them and chat with them, and maybe buy one of Cotton's T-shirts. I think he was busy with that all day.
He was.
So.
And day 2, when we all went to Route 66, I saw a post where they said it set the all-time attendance record.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, I think a lot of that has to do with Route 66 isn't normally open to the public.
Right.
So anybody that lives a couple hours radius of there can't go racing. You can't pick like the first Saturday in a month and go race.
Right.
You have to wait for that track to open for an event like Power Tour, which I think only NHRA comes there.
I think that's I read that somewhere, but we may be wrong. Don't hold us to that. But
they set the all-time
every Power Tour record. Yes. How cool is that?
Yeah,
I mean,
when we got there, of course, we were late. Normal. we were late. When we got to the venue, there was cars as far as I could see. They were tiny little dots. When we went up to the stands,
I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was unbelievable how many cars was there.
So, yes. You know what? We felt very special to be a part of that day. That whole day had, the route did portions of Route 66.
Which was cool. I think it was 18 miles.
About 18 miles, yeah. And there were some that were riding with us, some of our crew that had never been on Route 66. So
that was cool.
It was so cool they got to experience that, and hopefully you guys rode on that too, took the route and did that, because I don't know, there was just that whole day was super special with it being the route that it was, and then setting this all-time record. I mean, it was really great.
But we had a few minor breakdowns during the week. We had, let's see.
It's not Power Tour.
Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. We had minor breakdowns, nothing major.
Yes.
So we were able to fix them and keep going. To the guys in the Chrysler that changed out the 727 torque converter in the parking lot and still came on Power Tour, my hat's off to you. Y'all, we did minor stuff compared to that.
Yes.
And I'll take the minor stuff any day.
Absolutely. But you know what? All of those breakdowns, they make for great stories. We talk about them for years, and it's just people stop. The number of people that stopped, rolled down their window just like we do when we see someone, and it's such a great feeling to know you do have backup if you need it.
And for the new people, somebody that's only done Power Tour once or maybe twice, the Power Tour etiquette for a breakdown, is generally on the backcountry roads. If you pass somebody, you can just, slow down, ask them, say, hey, are y'all okay? If somebody in the group gives you a thumbs up, you can keep on rolling.
Right.
Now, by all means, if you see one car broke down and they're by themselves,
pull over.
Yeah, by all means, if you can safely do it, don't be on the interstate
No.
and slam on the brakes in front of 3 lanes of traffic
No.
and swerve over and do that.
No. Don't do a Hail Mary
Yeah.
to the shoulder in 5 lanes of traffic.
No, but if you can safely get over, if there's one car there, by all means, stop and help them, or
Yes.
even offer a moral support bottle of water or something,
Whatever.
even if you don't have tools.
Right.
But if there is 6 cars already there, stopped with one with the hood up, you can just ride by. Hey, y'all okay? Somebody gives you the thumbs up. You can go on and don't feel bad about leaving them.
Right. Right.
You know, if 82 cars park in one spot alongside the road to fix one car, you're going to make his situation a lot worse.
Yes.
So,
most likely the cops are going to show up.
Well,
but I tell you, I mean, I hate that we did have breakdowns in our group, but I really enjoyed the breakdowns because I took an opportunity to get some footage for you guys.
Angie filmed while we worked on cars, so we did get a lot of you guys, a lot of people passing. So if y'all go back through our videos, you're liable to have drove past Angie.
Yes, yes. So if you saw me,
and she was doing rolling interviews on the part. I don't know if y'all watched that video, but she was, when traffic was stopping, she was interviewing people as they drove by. So
it was a good time. So
Angie was making the best.
You have to embrace the breakdowns.
She was making. Hey, you were making lemonade.
Yeah, I was making lemonade out of lemons.
See what I did there?
I see that. I like it. So yes, but let's hit on the parking lot parties this year.
Yes, we picked. We didn't have any roach motels this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, last year there was.
Awesome.
Last year there was one that we will not speak of. It shall be stricken from the record. We will never speak of it again. Mm-hmm. But this year they were all nice, very clean hotels.
Yes,
it was good, and we had there was plenty of people in the parking lots.
Yes,
but most of our hotels had police circling through every 30 minutes.
So it kind of put a damper on the burnout scene.
It did put a damper.
But the positive to this.
The positive to the cops coming through every 30 minutes, no one's car was stolen on Power Tour.
Yeah, we did not.
I searched through the post, and there was somebody claiming to have heard that one was stolen, but there were no posts of anyone, and I figured if your car was stolen, you're going to post pictures. Absolutely. And say,
my car was stolen.
If y'all see this car. Yeah. So I saw no posts. So none, zero.
Right.
Zip, zilch.
Right.
Nada was stolen on Power Tour, which everyone said we were going to Chicago and Detroit, and that half the Power Tour cars were going to disappear, and we had none.
Yeah, so, shout out to the local police departments for keeping us safe in all those towns. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean,
it did.
I kind of missed the burnouts, but I appreciate my car being there in the morning.
Yeah. We still managed to catch a couple.
Now the cop, we do have to tell the story on the cop in Monroe.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get his name, but he had to be the most hilarious police officer, and I know somebody's got him on videotape. Somebody had to have videotaped him. He gets out of the car and tells us that we need to take everything out of the car, everything up to the windows that you can see, and put it in our hotel rooms, that the crackheads were going to come knock the windows out of the cars. He said at like 2 a.m. they come out like the Walking Dead.
Yeah,
and we'll knock all the windows out. So we're all just standing with our eyes about this big. And he looks down, and the parking lot is still smoldering.
It's smoking.
But right before he pulled up, there was a
massive
tire smoky burnout that went by. That's why we thought he was there. Yeah. And he looks down. The parking lot is still smoldering. There's still smoke coming up off the rubber. And he goes, I don't care what y'all do in the parking lot. He said, y'all can burn the parking lot down for all I care. And he starts laughing and gets back in his car. And we told him to turn the lights on and run the siren. And he did. He goes through the parking lot zooming with sirens on, wailing out, and goes out, pulls out to the street, and somebody slams on the brakes in front of him. So then he pulls them over
gives them a ticket.
He gives them a ticket right in front of the hotel. That wasn't a Power Tour person.
No, it wasn't. It was a regular person. But yeah, it was. So then we all stand there like, I'm thinking, y'all, if y'all saw Sid on Power Tour, he was loaded down.
Yeah, he was packed up to the windows.
There wasn't an empty space left.
Yeah, but luckily, all the windows from, I don't know whether the cop was just kidding with us.
I don't know.
Trying to be funny or what he was doing, or maybe really he was being real. And
yeah, I don't know. We don't know.
But there was no broken windows, no cars stolen.
Everything was fine, and just as we left it the next morning with everybody around there, we looked to make sure nobody, and it was fine.
Yeah, it was great.
So, and no, we did not unpack all of Sid because
we took a lot of the stuff down to the windows.
Yeah, but we didn't take it all in.
No, we did not carry it all in. That would have taken 2 hours.
Yes.
It would have been easier to sleep in the car.
So, yes, and we cannot have this video without talking about the gas stops. The gas stations. Wow.
Yeah.
They were on point.
Yeah, the gas station, basically, impromptu parties at the gas stations was on point this year. And we have our giveaways we did.
Yes.
Which
we did
we'll show.
The 2 giveaways.
We'll insert right here. We found 2 kids to do the drawing for our giveaway. So I'm going to insert that video right here.
All right, guys and gals, we're here for our giveaway. We got these 2 very nice prizes. And we got 2 helpers here today. What's your guys' names?
My name is Logan. And
where are you from?
I'm from Midland, North Carolina.
Awesome.
My name is Hudson. My name's Hudson, and I am from Landis.
Awesome. So they're going to help us pick who wins the prizes.
All right, who wants to go first?
Me.
All right, give one name out. Just grab one piece of paper. All right. You grab one. This one is Doug Macon.
Doug Macon.
All right. Did you get one? Cool. This is Don Chevystrom. So we'll give it.
Maybe?
Shaystrom?
Shakestrom? Any of y'all?
You're a Doug Maker or a Don Shaystrom? No.
All right.
We'll have to call them.
We'll have to give them a call.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Y'all want a sticker?
Guys. Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all for doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So, as y'all saw in the videos, each boy drew out a name. The first guy, he finds us at a gas station.
The next morning.
The very next morning. You know, we're contacting him and we're like, hey.
Which way? We have to set the scene on this guy. This was the first driving day, the very first gas station that you could come to on the route. And I mean, it was jam-packed.
Yeah. So I ended up parking Sid out next to the road because that was the only parking spot to be had. The guy that won the giveaway drives by, sees Sid, and turns in. And then the funny part, me and Angie are in the bathroom line.
Right. Girls over here, boys over here.
I'm in the men's on this side of the store. Angie's in the women's on this side of the store, 4 aisles away. She calls me. And I look at my phone, and it says, Angie, mobile. And I look, and I can see her. And she's going, and she's dialing me. And I'm like, I'm just looking at her.
I didn't want to holler across.
Yeah, so I answered the phone. And she goes, the guy that won the giveaway is in the parking lot. And I'm like, which guy? She said, there's a guy in a red convertible that won the giveaway and wants his tire inflator. And I'm like, okay, as soon as we get out of the bathroom line, we'll do it. So we go out once both of us are done.
Which I have to say, in that one, it wasn't the norm. The ladies' line was just as long as the men.
And moved much slower.
But it was fine. I mean, it was a good time. I got to chat with all my ladies, so it was fun. But anyway.
So right here, I'm going to insert the video of the guy getting his tire inflator, the one that found us at the gas station right here. All right, Don. Thank you for entering. Thank you. And thank you for meeting us here by chance. It wasn't planned, but it worked out great. Yeah. Thank you. Come by and see us in the doorway. We're right there. Stay by. We will. Bye-bye. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Awesome. And as y'all saw, we got the first winter done.
Yes.
Now the second winter, we called every day and left a voicemail. And I kind of figured we were going to have to leave voicemails because nobody answers your phone nowadays for spam. If it's not in your caller ID, you're like,
we totally get it. We were understanding.
Yeah, you don't understand, but we left voicemails. Well, by Friday, we're kind of like,
oh my gosh.
No, we're not. We're thinking, are we going to have to draw a second one? But well, the guy had written his email address
on our card,
on the card too. So I was like, let's try email. Let's try writing email.
Yes.
Well, lucky enough, the wife responds to the email. They had left Power Tour
a few days early.
Yeah, they had left early because it was the birth of their first grandchild.
Yes. So congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on the first grandkid.
Yes.
And if there was ever a good reason to leave Power Tour, there's a whole bunch of bad reasons to leave Power Tour.
Breakdowns.
Yeah. So if you're going to have a good reason not to finish Power Tour, your first grandkid is probably a really good reason.
Yes.
So we mailed their car care bucket.
Yes.
We mailed it to South Carolina.
We did. So we hope they've gotten it by now. We sent it out as soon as we got home, and we hope they're enjoying and getting lots of baby snuggles.
Oh yeah, I can check that. It's on my.
Yeah, you better check that.
I can check it on after. I'll check to make sure it made it.
So, other than that.
Yeah, that was, we got both giveaways.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everybody for coming by the booth. We were overwhelmed
with the
number of people.
Are spectacular.
Yeah. It was amazing. I think we had, from the time we got there at 7 and started setting up, and I think the first people started showing up at 8.
Yes.
And I think the last people were there maybe 4:30.
Yeah.
Actually, when we started tearing the booth down, there were still 2 or 3 people walking around at 5.
Yeah. And then again on Friday, we had a little issue that morning with one of our guys and had to do a little repair.
Yeah, so we were an hour and a half late.
Yeah.
For our vendor spot. And thankfully, they let us still park there.
Yeah, we weren't sure that we were going to be able to be that late.
Being an hour and a half late, we were like, we're on the naughty list.
Yes. But as soon as we set up, you guys came again and told us how much you had fun this week and bought more of our merch, which, guys, we can't thank you enough for everything you bought. Yeah. You really.
And I liked the number of first timers that came by the booth and told us how much fun they had during the week.
Yeah, that was great.
And I would say 99% of them said they were going to try to do it again next year.
And they were every one of them complimented us on doing the videos and thanked us so much for doing those and said they really helped them. And for us, that's the best compliment you guys can give us, really.
Yeah.
It truly is. So we appreciate each and every one of you. We enjoyed our time getting to talk to you guys. And we look forward to doing it again next year. Hopefully you guys come along and we get a bunch of new people and we get even bigger next year.
And write in the comments where you think it's going next year.
Yeah.
We're all going to give our best guesses. And because we're kind of partial. I would love to see it come through Virginia.
Yeah.
I don't know where in the wide world of sports we would have a venue. I mean, you have Bristol Motor Speedway they've been to. They have Martinsville they've been to. They haven't been to Richmond Dragway that I know of.
Yeah, not that I know.
I don't know if it's ever been that far out east.
Right.
But I we're kind of partial because that would be close to home. So
It
we're a
would.
little bit biased,
A little bit.
just a teeny bit biased.
But we love getting to see new areas too. So
Yeah, we're game for whatever. Someone said that they said on Thursday, they mentioned that it was going to try to do Route 66, which we weren't there. We were late on Thursday, so we did not hear that on stage for ourselves because we're normally late.
Normally.
Yeah. So if you heard that, or if you think it would be,
I mean, Route
good,
66.
Route 66 would be great.
Yeah, we're all in. Wherever it goes, we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. But speaking of other events,
where we'll be,
we're going to do Drag Week this year for our first time ever.
Yes.
So we're going to be the newbies.
Yeah.
Yeah, which ought to be comedy all in itself. But Drag Week, if you don't know, is September 15th through the 19th.
Yes. So we're going to bring you
guys.
It's
coming up fast.
Yeah.
It'll be here before you know it.
And our plans are to bring you guys along.
We've always been spectators of Drag Week.
Right.
We found out wherever, if Drag Week comes within like a 4 or 5 hour radius from us, we go and
watch it for sure.
So we've been to watch plenty of Drag Week events. We've just never participated.
Right. So
this ought to be.
This ought to be fun. We're stepping outside the box a little and trying something new. So we hope you guys come along with us.
Yeah. And the next event.
Oh yes,
is Power Tour West, which Power Tour West is December 5th, 6th, and the 7th. Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to that one.
Absolutely. We can't wait to go back out and see all the people we met last year.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It was.
Power Tour West is smaller than Power Tour East.
It is.
But in our minds, that's what made it really cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because it was still small enough that we got to leave in giant packs in the morning. Everybody could get organized.
Yeah.
Leave together, ride together, travel all day together. It made Power Tour West a much more personal event.
For sure.
Power Tour East, we love it.
And I
love going everyone. But there are cars that you won't see all week. You'll see a picture put up in a Facebook group and you'll be like,
I didn't see that car.
Yeah, you'll be like, where was that car at? How did I miss them? And you missed them all week.
Right.
You never saw it, but they were there. But on Power Tour West, you're at some point during the week,
you're probably going to see
You're going to see that car. You may not see it every day.
Yeah.
It may blend in.
Oh, yeah.
But at some point, somewhere, a gas station, whatever, you're probably going to see everybody at least once.
Oh, yeah. So it was a little bit more intimate than Power Tour, than Hot Rod Power Tour on this side, but they both are wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
In their own ways. So we enjoy our time going. Like we said, we met a lot of very cool people last year, and I hope we get to see them all again. So if you're interested in Power Tour West, make sure you get online and get you a ticket so you can come with us and ride for a few days.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to it.
Now, how we end all of our videos. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you for today.